Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your daily dose of skill. And looks like Object 704 is going to get the facelift. And you know what? I thought that it is completely unnecessary thing because in my memory this tank is stuck as a great tank, right? This tank is the very first tank with which I made 10,000 damage, right? So it always had a place in my heart, if I can say so, and in the end of the day, it doesn't feel as good as it did before. I lately played with this tank because at this point we are working on re-rating vehicles, and from 4 stars it swiftly dropped to average tank at best, right? Yeah, it felt bad considering that what do we have now, and we have now like Vaza tank destroyers, right? Vaza tier 9 tank destroyer. Where is it hiding, mother trucker? Come show yourself. Here you go. And 704. Looking into all of this, it looks like 704 has only a bit better DPM, but everything else is pretty much significantly worse than on the Chinese tank destroyer, because Chinese tank destroyer got some facelift lately. I mean, look at this, even view range 380 versus 360. It's like a day and night. So yeah, that being said, thank you very much for every and each patron who is supporting us this way, who is supporting the index page, and you can get rid of those pesky ads, which definitely quite some people do not enjoy and do not like, right? I appreciate you. Thank you very much for supporting us and our project, and there is many good things to come. That being said, let's go into the game with 704. Let's see how this tank is looking like nowadays. And I figured out that playing aggressively with this vehicle is definitely a bit pain in the butt, because everyone can penetrate you straight up easily, right? It doesn't matter. Take the tier 8 heavy tank, and even IS-6 can slap the living crap out of you. And the IS-6 is known for not having the best penetration ever, right? That being said, maybe it is not a bad thing that Wargaming is actually buffing this tank, right? Because it became kind of outdated. Obviously, on the other hand, we can have a conversation and we can say, well, maybe Wargaming shouldn't buff the tank destroyers because there are so many of them in the game, which is also kind of the case, right? Just because they are so super popular, you know? So not to have the situation like we had with a Progetto. Oh, the tank is too popular, even though the tank is not the greatest one, let's nerf it, right? So not to have the same situation with the tank destroyers, if you know what I mean. But this is what we have. This tank will get a bit of the facelift, and we will see how it will look like. But nevertheless, I really want to refresh your brain with this, and especially if you have the same feeling as I do, that, you know, this tank is absolutely glorious, from the 2000 whatever 14 or something like that, right? Just to refresh the brain and just to show that not everything is so great, right? So if we are looking for a negatives, obviously the armor is definitely a negative thing. Backward speed is also kind of poor. Love me, hate me, but it's the case, right? The gun handling is okay-ish. It's not the best gun handling ever, but it's not the worst gun handling either, right? I would say for me, most likely it's better than the Chinese tank destroyer, but you know, paper suggests it differently. Paper is saying that this tank has better gun handling. Once again, a lot of things are depending on the RNG, a lot of things are depending on the luck. Maybe it's the case, maybe it's not the case, who knows, right? But how it feels like to me, it is a bit better. Anyways, all we can do with this tank destroyer is to play passively. I don't really think that playing aggressively is the proper way to play with this vehicle, but that's only me, right? I just don't feel like aggressive gameplay is the right gameplay where this vehicle goes. So we are sniping very, very comfortably. We are enjoying ourselves, and we are trying to make sure that Badger will regret his life choices, right? That's all we need to do for a full happiness. We are taking our time to aim, and unfortunately we are missing the shot into the Badger booba. But that's okay. relax, take it easy. We have all time in the world of tanks, and we can try to make his life miserable, right? That's all we need for a full happiness. Penetration with a gold ammunition is kind of also poor compared to Vaza tank destroyer. Vaza can be more aggressive. Vaza has better penetration as a tank destroyer. Yeah, I understand why this tank feels lackluster, or why it is not so great. And I can promise you that if I would be playing with Vaza tank destroyer over there, I would penetrate it 3 out of 3 times. I'm talking about the Badger. And now right there we cannot do anything, even though we are shooting gold, and I'm shooting gold obviously on purpose, right? I am shooting gold on purpose over there. It's a matter of the time whenever... Oh my bananas, and the gun feels so kaku. And the thing is, we are not playing with a brawling build at this point in time, right? We are playing with a build with which we should be able to shred the enemies into the face, and I just simply cannot do anything. So far, we had like 4 minutes of literally kaku going on, which is unfortunate, but once again, I'm not afraid to show the games like this, and I'm not afraid to say, you know, guys, some things we are outdated on the index page, and we are working to fix it and whatnot, and definitely rating for this tank, I would not say that it is a good tank nowadays, right? Maybe that's me being stupid, but this is what I think. And obviously, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section down below, right? I think the new system which we have, where the index page goes, it is going to be significantly better than the system which we have now, and we are going to have a very, 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 very good time whenever we are going to be done with it, fellas. We are going to have extremely good time. Beautiful. Now, obviously, whenever enemies are making silly goose mistakes, we are going to capitalize on it, and we are going to be able to punish them for their stupidity, right? And this is exactly what we are looking for, and this is exactly what we need. Can we punish him? No, we cannot. It's okay. Doesn't really matter too much. We are Gucci. Let's sit in the back. Do we want to sit in the back? I think this is the moment whenever I want to make pressure. Skill, I do not understand. Why would you make pressure? The thing is, look into the enemy hit points. Enemy team is losing by 3000 HP at this point in time. So that being said, I am just trying to get involved into the situation, and I'm just trying to get at least somehow used, right? This is what I'm looking for, and this is what I am trying to get. Not the easiest thing to do, but hey, we are going to be okay. Okay, Mr. Grilliam, very nice. We are taking our time to aim. Luckily, we are hitting him for 700 in the face. That's absolutely amazing. Now we have Blitzkavitsa playing over there. It's okay. If I will peek, I will take 800 in the face, which I want to do, because we do not really have any other alternative choice here. That's good. Charmurat will slap the living crap out of us, and we do not have the armor that would be able to stand the hits for obvious reasons, right? And it is okay. There is a T95 sitting here, but to be completely honest with you, I do not really care about him. With all honesty, we are okay. Good. How about this 1-to-1 sitting here around the corner? 200 hit points is better than 0. If you would ask me, good. He's eliminated from the game. And once again, this is a painful experience, right? Vaza would feel significantly more nimble, right? Which is good reality check to a certain extent, right? What do I mean by saying that it is a good reality check? Think about it in this way. That means I knew that T95 was sitting there, but I did not care too much about this because I wanted to get extra shot of damage for obvious reasons, right? Anyways, it actually proves that I assume whenever Wargaming is buffing, nerfing tank, the data shows that the tank is completely sitting somewhere in the bottom, right? Or whatever, however they are doing this, right? And it is the case. It is the case. This vehicle, when I played with it, whatever, 5 games or 10 games, how many games I played, I felt literally disappointment. And in my head, you know, I remember the tank as it was awesome. I remember the tank that, wow, what a beautiful tank it used to be. There is no way Wargaming is buffing this tank. Why? They do not know what they are doing, right? Crazy. Anyways, 3.1 thousand damage, 3 kills. I fired gazillion of the shots, but I could not penetrate for shit. Unfortunately, Badger bounced at 6.6 thousand and there is nothing what I could have done for him, which is kind of sad, but let it be. It is how it is. Obviously, we have another build. We have a Brawling build for this tank, and if we are going to get city map, we are going to use it. Okay, round number 2, Live Oak Standard Battle. Let's see what we can do with this mother trucking tank. I believe the best play which we could do in this situation is to try to snipe, right? That's the goal, that's the hope, that's the dream. We will see how the things will look like. Now, obviously, I would love to see our light tank spotting for us, and looks like Squall is going into the middle. Although Squall isn't a great light tank, and ELC is significantly more powerful as a light tank overall, but if we would pay attention at the T92 is making a hardcore pressure. That being said, let's try to pre-aim properly over there. Unfortunately, we did not manage to do so, which is okay. Good luck hitting Bleska in the other side of the map going full speed, right? That is a definitely difficult choice and difficult situation. ELC, we are taking our time to aim. Luckily, we are eliminating him from the game, because this mother trucker would be very hardcore tank for us to finish. And now we have Borat sitting right about here. So let's try to find a decent angle. No, unfortunately we cannot do so. It's okay. All Gucci. We can't complain about this. And now what we need to do, we need to see maybe this Prototypo would get spotted here or something, right? Mr. Borat, hello there. How are you doing? I'm going to load high explosive. The main reason why am I loading high explosive, because I have a feeling that we are going to be able to slap him. 880 meter shell velocity, same like a standard ammunition, so it doesn't look that bad. It doesn't really look that bad. Now, that being said, I think this is the moment whenever we need to relocate from here, right? It's not really safe to play in this position anymore, unfortunately. So what we are going to do, we are going to take this typical standard triangle bush, and we will try to beat the living crap out of everyone who is playing relatively aggressively here, right? We can clearly see that someone spotted us, and if I need to bet, I would say Prototypo did. But once again, it's too early to say that. It's okay. We are not panicking. We are okay. Yes, you can see Prototypo slapped us in the butt. It's okay. Not the big deal. Everything is Gucci. Now, hopefully, by sitting over there, we would be able to see someone making some sort of aggression, okay? This is what we need in this situation. This tank is slow, this tank is not particularly accurate for 750 alpha damage, it's not armored. Unfortunately, at this point in time, the tank is, in the best case scenario, average. And my heart is, you know, crying, but yesterday I came up to this realization. It's just fair play. It is just a fair play, fellas. It is just a fair play. What we supposed to do now? What we supposed to do now? It doesn't feel like we would have some sniper schnitzels, well, some spotter schnitzels, right? It definitely doesn't feel this way. Although, maybe, Chairfooter is going to sit here. He doesn't really care too much. I would love to see guys making a bit of pressure. That's what we need. But the question is, will Miel be able to spot them? This is the question. You see how much of the struggle that is? Yopter, right? And I don't feel like, you know, I could have played super aggressively into the city. I did not felt like I could play super aggressively over there. It just simply feels pain in the butt to be playing with this tank at this point in time. This is how it feels like. Beautiful, very, very nice. We eliminated the char. That's great. That's great. How we can get some more use. And this is, by the way, the perfect spotting build as well. It is a perfect damage build as well. Ventilation, rammer, improved aiming unit. It's not a bad build, you know. I cannot say, well, maybe. No, there is no well, maybe. Unfortunately, there is no well, maybe. Just how the tank feels like at this point in time in World of Tanks in 2025. This is how it feels like. Okay, what we supposed to do, fellas? What we supposed to do? Good, 800 in the face, that's absolutely amazing, very, very nice. Even though this guy penetrated us, I don't really care too much about him, believe me or not, I am feeling kind of alright. I am feeling kind of alright, fellas. What to do next? I could look towards the other side, I would say. There is a big chance that Liz would make pressure here. He's making pressure through the open field. How about this Kapaza? Oh, Prototipo. Hello. Good, we eliminated Prototipo, that's okay. And yes, by the way, I understand that we do not have the best team over there. Trust me, I get it. No, Mr. Liz, make a mistake. Thank you. Beautiful, very, very nice. 750 in the face. We are booming and we are having a great time. Excellent. Now, this guy most likely will eliminate me from the game unless I will be lucky, and indeed I am. Good. We eliminated the Mr. Borat here, which is good thing. I tried to ram him for a bit, but, you know, I do not really have that much of the offer. I'm not that powerful, let's put that in this way, right? It's okay. It is okay, fellas. Good reality check. And in the same time, this is why we are working on re-rating the vehicles, and that's why we are trying to figure out how the tanks feels like nowadays, right? And I think it is going to be good. Whenever we are going to be done with everything, whenever ratings will be fresh for 2025, oh boys, it's going to be awesome. Meanwhile, 3000 damage, 3 kills, that's all we could have done in this game. Definitely not ideal, definitely not the best, but it is how it is. Prototipo did a great job, he spotted us, not much what we can change there. We broke even, which is okay, we cannot complain, and let's keep it up. Let's go for one more. Okay, in this game we can potentially have the different equipment, but I don't think this is the best call, with to be completely honest with you. I don't really think so. So that being said, we are just simply playing with this type of setup, right? Sniper Schnitzel, hopefully we will find a nice angle to punish enemies who are, whatever, playing in the middle, or alternatively who are doing some silly goose decisions from the red line, right? This is exactly what we are looking for, and this is exactly what we need. I want to take the position close to the char footer for obvious reasons, right? And hopefully we have a decent enough angle to play the game over there. That being said, I want to cross like so. I want to knock the tree into that direction, and I want to knock this tree into that direction as well. And now I kind of would love to, I repeat, I would love to see, yep, Scorpion is making pressure. Okay, I need to take this position then. Char Murat. Am I spotted? Sure I am. Okay, just went for a whatever, no aim shot in that position, it's okay. It is okay. Now, we know that enemies will have pretty bad time playing in this position overall, right? Which is not a bad thing for us. As a matter of fact, I would say it's good. This is exactly what we are looking for. What we want to see this E75, beautiful penetration into the guy, right, beautiful, but how clunky it feels like. Yup, Tararai. How clunky this tank feels like in 2025. It's okay. How about the T30? I'm going to use the double bush over there for obvious reasons. I do not really want to get spotted. That's good, we slapped him. Trying to escape 10 kilometers per hour. Definitely not ideal, isn't it? But we are okay. Now, eventually this T-30 will think about escaping from here. I can promise you that. Eventually he should think about that. So we are just simply waiting until he will mess it up. Good. He is sitting in the open field for us at this point in time. That's great. We are going for a shot, unfortunately we missed it, and we know where S1 is sitting at. We know exactly where S1 is sitting at. He may think that he's having the best time ever here sniping from the back, but soon we will give him a bit of the reality check here. Unfortunately, miss. That's okay. Luckily, I'm not spotted. That's good. And I'm going to go for another one. He should be sitting right there, right? At least this is what I think. So we are going to double bush here. And we are going to go for a blind shot like this. Unfortunately, we are not hitting the blind shot. That's okay. Not much what we can change there. Relax. Take it easy. Life is beautiful. We are fine. We are fine. E75. That is pretty interesting play. Not gonna lie. That is pretty interesting play. Škoda, not interested, and this is the position, right? The S1 should be sitting here. Unfortunately, I missed the shot, that's okay. Wow, every and each mother trucker is blind shooting the living crap out of this position. Which is fair play, honestly. Which is a fair play. How about if we would go right here? Beautiful, Jet Panther is eliminated, very very nice, good blind shot. And we are just starting our journey. We are going to go for another one as well. Not really here. Yeah, this is the position. Where is this S1 sitting at? This is the question, fellas. What a weird mother trucking guy. What a weird mother trucking guy. Right here? Yes, we found him. Okay, good. Good. All we needed for a full happiness is to slap the guy like this. Now, we are spotted, but to be completely honest with you, it doesn't really change absolutely anything for us. And we are okay. We are all right, fellas. We do not need to panic at this point in time. Now, I would love to beat the living crap out of the Char Murat and Scorpion G. And I think this is what we are going to work on next. I would not act surprised if the Char Murat would sit in this bush right there, okay? I would definitely not act surprised about that. Okay, he's sitting more safe in the back. He should move backwards. Beautiful shot, 800. I mean, what I need to give credit for this tank is the alpha damage, right? The alpha damage is actually pretty bloody solid, and you can slap the enemies left, right, and center. This is definitely a selling point, and this is definitely a good thing if you would ask me. Now, what we could get more? We know that S1 was sitting here, so now we are going to go a bit closer to this bush. Nah, he doesn't even care. He did not even move. Even though he got blind shooted, the guy said, yeah, whatever. Whatever, my man, whatever. So, that being said, whenever we recheck this tank and whenever we had a great time playing with it, right? Well, great time. We saw how it is to play with this tank. Oh, and by the way, I do not know what is up with the game at this point in time, but the game is crashing very, very often, and there is nothing what I can do about that. It happens like 4 to 5 times each stream, and I do not know. Maybe this is some sort of bad thing from my side overall, right? Maybe this is a bad thing from my side. Either way, as you can see, the game just crashed. It stopped for you. Give me a second. I will go back to the battle. And we are back, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Let's see. Do we have access to our game score? We do. Okay, so 3.6 thousand damage, 300 assisting damage, 2 kills. That's what we got. The last game was most likely the best one, 19,000 profits. Man, that is a pain to play with this vehicle. It is a pain to... My game crashed again. My game was about to crash again. Crazy. Anyways. 3.2 thousand average damage, 100 assisting damage. I did not had fun playing with this vehicle, and I must admit this tank is definitely worth a bit of the buff from Wargaming side. So all in all, not bad. Not bad. Worthy buff. But on the other hand, once again, tank destroyers are very popular. Do we want to make them more popular or not? That's the other question. Anyways, that's what I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you, and see you very soon. I'm out for today. Peace.